big question you may be having is the CDL01RC a KO of the big firebird Nicee? Stay tuned and let's find out. My name is Professor Prime of MajinPlanet.com. Today we're going to be taking a look at the CDL01RC. That's really a mouthful. Let's just call us the CDL-RC for now. I got this girl from Show Z Store. I pre-ordered her knowing she was more than likely going to be a KO. I missed out on the Nicee, but I did get the EX01 Plus Mocha, so we can do a comparison. Right out of the box, I can tell you she has a very different feel. In fact, the more I mess with her, the more I realize this is a KO. Just like Mocha, the engineering is rather solid. I don't really feel like anything is going to break on her. We're going to get to everything she can do, but first, what does she come with? She comes with a series set of accessories, which came in another box actually. I was kind of surprised by this because without the second box, you really can't transform her fully. Speaking of hands, she comes with 4 sets of hands. We have 2 trigger hands, 2 fist hands, 3 open hands. She comes with a sword. She can hold it with the thumb up hand. Like any Amazon woman with a sword, she needs a shield. The shield comes in the second box, which I found weird, considering it's part of the transformation. As I said, given this is a KO, the box size isn't the same as Nicee or Mocha box, which came all in one. So if you do get her, make sure it comes with the second box. There's a small tab part that needs to be plugged into the back. She comes with a basic gun that made of gray plastic. She can hold it, but you have to really force it in there. In fact, I feel like it's probably going to break. Her back armor does come off for the most part. She comes with 3 heads and a face replacement. She comes boxed with the RC head, which didn't come with Nicee. That was the big problem with Nicee, so she didn't come with it. There's a whole story behind that. The next head is your Nicee head, which is really tells you that this is the KO of her. The last head is the RC visor head. She also comes with the sexy open mouth anime style face plate, which you can replace with the Nicee head only. Now let's get to what we're all here for. The boobs. Like Nicee, she comes with 2 chest replacements. They are both the same. One is in a hard plastic and the other one is in a soft rubber. There is an alternate chest plate for Nicee that someone has 3D printed, which I'm sure a quick Google search you can find it. More than likely will work with this KO. It's basically giving her the traditional G1 RC chest plate. She really is one of those toys that goes from a transformer to overall sexy action figure. Once you remove the backpack, which I did find to be actually impossible, and I feel like it doesn't have the same mechanics as both Nicee and Mocha, which is unfortunate. It still cleans up pretty well. She really becomes one of those sexy anime girls, which is super posable, and what you can do with her is really RC is like most third-party figures, beyond voodoo magic in terms of functionality. Her head can move around on a ball joint. She can look up and down, confuse RC, and can turn all around 360. She has full motion on her arms. The shoulder pad can move to get a little bit more motion out of it. Bent at the elbows. Hands have no motion due to them being a hand replacements. Just under the chest, you can bend it side to side, but it's limited due to the backpack. But without it, it does have a bit more motion, but it's a lot more limited than my Mocha is. She also has full motion on her legs, and due to transformation, you can pull her hips down to cross her legs and pose her in even more sexy poses. Honestly, this mold is only limited to your imagination. Another sign of this being a KO is the issue I found with the hips. It's not really connected, so that causes some issues when you're trying to manipulate her. Her legs do have full motion, bending, and can pose extremely well. Her feet are like high heels, with the heels bending and due to transformation, move forward and back, and can turn left and right. The peg is kind of tight. Plastic feels a little weaker, and even with the die cast, she's not as heavy as Mocha. Here she is with Kamen Rider Z01. Here she is with EX01 Plus Mocha. Here she is with Kingdom RC. Oh, and here she is with Studio Series Bumblebee.
Good.
Whoa.
And
what's
this is
okay. This is kind of awkward.
I mean,
like, what are you doing here? Like,
I
how
mean,
did you get in?
I mean,
How
I
did
think
you get
so.
in?
Yeah. I mean, this is definitely,
yeah, I got one of those
kind
too.
of what I was thinking too.
Okay.
So, okay, you got one.
Hey,
Oh, that's kind of
video?
cool. I mean,
This is my house.
very interesting, but
Why are you recording
yeah.
a video
So,
in my
yeah,
house?
go.
These are my
okay.
these
Go
are my
ahead.
Transformers. These
Um,
are mine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
So let's
Yeah,
just kind of get back to
it
the
is what
review
it is,
here.
right?
So let's,
I mean, oh. Her card mode is beautiful. She has rather simple transformation and it looks great. This RC has a very G1 look with the colors, even though it's not painted all that much. She of course has the underside robot syndrome, and it is what it is. The card mode looks solid and is very much like the RC Nicee would be, given that this is a KO of the same mold, but with the more RC color design. Here she is with Mocha, here she is with Kingdom RC, and here she is with Bumblebee. Here she is with Mocha and RC from Kingdom. I missed out on Nicee when she came out, so this was my next best option, even though they are generally listed as a fourth party. That is where this girl gets very interesting. Normally a KO or fourth party are a direct copy, sometimes with some upgrades of another third party or Hasbro figure. This girl isn't a direct copy of Nicee, it's just the same model. Basically this is Nicee with the RC color scheme and RC head, so I can't really call this a KO, so I'll call this a KO repaint with the features of Nicee that didn't come with the head. This KO isn't all that bad. In fact, when I compare her to the EX Plus Mocha, the only issue I have are the hips. Overall, she's gonna be a good display with my Mocha, and if the Big Firebird comes out with another one that looks good, maybe an Alita one. Even though this model has endless repaints and more or less head and chest replacements available, possibly in the future, now with a KO on the market, we're gonna get lots of them, which is fine, but my collection room for the most part only has room for 3 or 4 of them. If you missed out on Nicee or want a more G1 RC coloring with the head, then pick her up. She's only about $80. If you missed out on Nicee, I'll give her a solid 3 out of 5.